The truth is funny. Shift happens. Feel instant relief. Stay tuned for more fun and relieve struggle and suffering. And now, here's your host, Colette Stefan.
Hi, everyone. This is Colette Marie Stefan. Welcome to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. Today, we are doing a show again about Tales from the Vector, which is, you can call in 1-800-930-2819. And we'll make some shift happen with 3 card readings from the Tales from the Vector Oracle deck. It's been a beautiful energy coming in. I always pick 3 cards at the beginning, but first, what I thought I would do, and I just realized I was having a little technical problems and I'm looking at the wrong camera. So here we go. I'm going to share with you this morning. First and foremost, I always pick 3 cards for this, but about 2 days ago, my MANIFESTOR card just kept falling off the wall and falling off the wall. And so when it does that, then I realize that the card wants to be moved. So I moved it from my financial gua into my helpful beings gua. And so I thought I would just share that card with you first. This is the MANIFESTOR card. And the MANIFESTOR card is one of my favorites. A lot of people love this card. It's about the second chakra. And I'm just going to read you out of my manual what this card is about. So the Queen of Space and Time and Space is a perfect balance between what can be seen by the naked eye and what cannot. Grounded by Earth's gravitational pull, she acknowledges the quantum organization of physical space and uses that knowledge to facilitate strong choices from the probabilities at the exact same time, unmasking the challenges, allowing creative solutions to manifest through possibilities, as if out of thin air. So this is in the layer 1 Call to Dance coloring book. And I'd also like to lead or share the affirmation that is for this card. It's an affirmation of leadership. I choose to be a leader. I embrace the integrity and courage required to take responsibility through my actions and inspire others to serve our common goals through a shared vision. I acknowledge the achievements of myself and others and generously give credit for accomplishments. So that's the MANIFESTOR. And I love this card, as I said, because this is about manifesting from a place where you are taking all the science of how the universe works and the quantum mechanics of it, and recognizing that in any given moment, there's many probabilities that can happen. And so when we get into a place where we're able to access all of those different probabilities and we're challenged at the moment, what we can do is just choose the best possibility. And so to do that, if we get neutral to the very best outcome and the very worst outcome, we're more likely to change that. This painting here that I have in the background, this is core strength. And this is about going inward to get the answers for yourself in any given moment. Recognizing that at any given moment, there's always possibilities. And because we're very complicated, you may have noticed, especially going into this time, we're just going to strengthen 100% for everybody being able to move into a place where you get neutral. At this time of year, there's a lot of energy out there. We've got, the holiday season. People are under pressure also to connect with their families, etc. So I promised on Christmas morning, I will be, this is when my radio show is due. And so I will be doing a special video for all of you about how to get through and have the best time ever on Christmas Day with your family and how to strengthen all the relationships between everybody. So the 3 cards that I picked this morning are pretty cool. And I think they may be influenced by Dr. Pat and by Linda, because Dr. Pat and I are both Sagittarians, and the Sagittarius card is about adventure, travel, knowledge, and Sagittarius energy is really prominent right now because we're in that astrological space. What's funny is the other card that came up is the Virgo card, which is Linda's big astrological sign. So I just had a conversation with them. They phoned me for my birthday and sang me a beautiful rendition. It was so much fun. And the other card I picked for that is joy. And funny enough, this is also the Christmas card and the energy of moving into like that holiday season. This card is about joy. And it's a little dragonfly. I maybe should have put her up here, but I'll make sure I do that for the Christmas show. This one really insisted, jumped out of the deck when I was looking for different cards. So joy is good. It's always good to be joyful. So we have quite a few callers. You can call in at 1-800-930-2819, and I'm going to be happy to take these calls. And so let's get into it because we already have so many people calling. Zach, do we have time to talk to someone just for a couple minutes here before? All right. So who do we have?
We have Deborah from Kelowna. You are live on The Truth is Funny. Deborah from Kelowna.
Hi there.
Hi, Deborah from Kelowna. Are you enjoying our beautiful snowfall? Hello? Deborah?
Hello?
Oh, there you are. I was asking.
Hi, it's Eulith, actually.
Oh, it's Eulith, not Deborah from Kelowna now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Eulith, where are you?
Sorry, I don't know what happened there. I'm in Vancouver, BC.
Oh, you're in Vancouver, BC. Okay, so it didn't snow there, did it?
No, it didn't.
Okay, so well, we had a beautiful snowfall. It's already melting. It was a beautiful day. But what can I do for you today?
So I have a tooth that we worked on before,
Mm-hmm.
and it's at the very back. It's something that I was told previously that I might have to have a root canal for, and right now I cannot bite down on it at all.
Okay. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the absolute worst pain ever, and 0 being, it's not that bad, I can handle it. Where are you on that scale right now with this tooth?
And between a 9 and a 10, I can't bite down on it at all.
Okay.
And it's kind of making me nervous.
Yeah. And so when did it start hurting?
It started yesterday morning, actually.
And what was going on in your day? Did you have something that was bothering you, or it's coming up more like something that was really, that you were looking forward to in some ways?
Yes, there were 2 things, actually. I put the final deposit down on my apartment.
Okay.
And I also had a huge event at work that went very successfully last night, actually.
Good. So what was coming up on a non-physical level is taking a bite out of life. And so you took quite a big bite out of life. Yes. That was yesterday or 2 days
Correct.
ago. Okay. So the event went well. And were you in pain when you were at that event?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And how bad was the pain at the event?
I think it was at about an 8.
Okay.
It was driving me insane.
Well, if you say insane slow, it sounds better. Insane. This is coming up like when things, for you, it's coming up on an emotional level. And actually, it's about not being appreciated. And so we're just going to strengthen you, whether you're appreciated by others or you're appreciated by your employers, etc. And so, did you notice a change after the event at all?
The pain changed. It moved.
Yeah, because just so you know, I'm also going to the dentist today because I fractured a crown. And what I did is, went and worked for 4 hours looking at dentists and testing which one was strongest for me. Found this amazing holistic dentist, and but she has all the latest equipment. And it's really interesting if you go to a dentist and you're told you need a root canal, that gets anchored on you. And what I mean by anchored on you is if someone that's an expert says, oh my goodness, this tooth may need a root canal, that stays kind of with you, and it's a worry that you have. So we want to strengthen you to having a root canal, not having a root canal, and most and foremost to the dentist. Now, I waited to go to a dentist for some time because I was told I needed a root canal. And I tested it and I didn't. And I still feel that what's coming up is you felt like you were grinding through life and making like these very big decisions, like purchasing a condo and going to work and doing something that was typically not in your sphere of what you normally would be doing at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did you meet a lot of people?
I did.
Yeah. And did you enjoy yourself despite the pain?
I did. I made sure to smile through it.
Okay. So we want to get this strong, because my tooth, that was 6 years ago, didn't need a root canal. And the other tooth where I had a crown, also I was told I need gum surgery, and I haven't, or I'd lose the tooth within a year, and it's still there 4 years later without it. Now, I'm not suggesting that dentists it's like it's their perception of what's going on in your mouth. And what's coming up is really strengthening the pelvic floor, because problems in the jaw and problems in the teeth come from that. And manifestation, that card manifestation, that card is actually the sacral chakra. And this is where we produce all the beautiful, wonderful things that are going on in the world, like in our creativity. This is about really being able to be creative. And what was coming up for you is that on some level you felt like you were people talking outside the wrong side of their mouth. So we're just going to strengthen you for that. When you get in touch with this tooth right now, I perceive a change in it. Do you perceive a change?
I do.
Okay, so we're just going to strengthen this, because when people have a toothache, headache, aching bones, etc., quite often they're aching to do something. And so we're just going to strengthen you to be able to manifest whatever it is you want, like as if out of thin air. So I just would like a number for you before we go to the break.
I'm going to say about a 6.
Yeah, I got 6. So can you hang on through the break, and then I'll pick 3 cards and we'll work on it a bit more and we'll see where you're at.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. This is Colette Marie Stefan. You're listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. You can get in touch with me at thetruthisfunny.com, and I'm on social media. We're live on Facebook now. And so we're just going to take a short break here, 1-800-930-2819. We'll be right back.
You're watching TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Hi, this is Colette and Stefan. You're listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. And today we are talking to callers and doing 3-card readings from my deck, Tales from the Vector. Now, I started this deck 13 years ago, and I'm working on synchronicity right now. And I found synchronicity is a little bit complicated. This is a very detailed painting, and she likes the bling. I said to my friend that I'm starting to recognize what it's like for a man to keep a mistress in bling. So I've been working diligently at finishing this deck, and there's 64 cards in it, and they actually correct energy. They've been out there for 3 years now, lots of people playing with them. I've got 20 some dragon sayers from my Call to Dance program. So we've started just picking 3 cards a day. And it's really interesting because these cards don't predict the future, but they will tell you, like if you tune in, okay, what's weakest for me today? And what happens is these cards will come up and they'll just, let the people know this is kind of what's going on. So Eulith, we have you on the phone here, and you've got this sore tooth. Are you there?
Eulith,
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, what number are you at?
I'd say I'm still at about a 6.
Still at about a 6, because I was perceiving a 4. But what the cards that came up for you are, this is the father figures card. And so this is about being able to, having to be the man and having to be your own authority. And so we're just going to get you strong to that you can bite down on anything and it doesn't have to be painful. So I was just talking with Zach through the break here, and I was saying, it's very common for people to, if they make a big purchase, to go into cognitive dissonance. And that's when you kind of regret what you just did and you freak out because, oh my God, what was I thinking? And a lot of this is coming up, deserving energy. And I laughed when I picked this card. This is the pride card. It's karmic space of pride. And you notice this card's also about Cecil the lion that was taken down in Africa. And so we're just going to strengthen for you all the times that things were going really well and then they didn't. And waiting for that other shoe to drop, basically. We also have this card, which is surrender. Now, surrender is a beautiful card. Surrender is when we just allow whatever is bothering us just to let it go. And you recognize that if you have a tooth that can go from like a 10 to a 6, and that it was sore before and now it's it enjoyed a lot of health since. We're just going to strengthen that, how change can happen very, very quickly, and that it's one of the possibilities and the probabilities that the tooth just could stop hurting. So where are you at on that now?
I think I'm at about a 4.
Yeah. And when you get in touch with the tooth and you think about it as your friend and as a living organism, see, it's on a meridian. And so we're just going to strengthen you to letting the energy move through and go out through your exit portals, all the painful experiences of not being able to take a really good bite out of that apple of life. Thank you for calling in. We have so many people. Let me know. I noticed you booked a private consultation with me for tomorrow, and we'll tune into this and we'll see tomorrow where you're at. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Well, you're very welcome. Just so you know, tooth pain does easily come and go. So, Zach,
Okay.
can we please get the next caller?
Yes, we have Louise from Kelowna. You are live on The Truth is Funny.
Hi.
Hi, Louise. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Are you enjoying our beautiful weather?
I am.
I know, it's
I
kind of a
absolutely am.
change. God, like the leaves didn't even fall off the tree yet. So,
I know.
so what can I help you with today?
Well, I've got a number of issues, but I have a bladder disease, and I have toothaches, and I'm dizzy, and I'm stressed and giving my children way too much money.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Oh, probably. I'm sure there is.
So, this is what I refer to as collective energy. And it's really common around this time of year. So the bother for you, all of these body, the physical pain, the discomfort, if you put it all into one big ball and said, here it is, what number are you at on that scale of 10 being it's like horrible and 0 like I can handle it, just can't handle my kids?
It varies from day to day. Some days it's a 10 with my bladder disease, and well, my dizziness, it's not constant, but it's there. Just sometimes the way I move, I get dizzy, and my teeth, they could be a 5 or a 6. It's 2 teeth that bother me.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, I'm just going to pick 3 cards here, but I'm going to tell you right now, the first thing I ask, and I tune into your energy on the higher self network here, is this physical or non-physical? And it comes up, like if I say physical, that's strong. And if I say non-physical, the energy drops, okay? So we need to clean up some of these non-physical issues. And it's kind of interesting. Your age is coming up weak. What age are you?
65.
Okay. So this is really common because people got used to retire at 65. And now it seems like no one gets to retire. So the good news about that is that a lot of people after they retire don't enjoy a long lifespan after, and it's really common. So I take the word retire out of my vocabulary. The cards that came up for you, interesting enough, is again surrender. Surrender is about when you allow yourself to really accept where you're at and recognize, because a bladder problem, a bladder issue, it's coming up for you, anger. So what are you pissed off about?
Well, my ex-husband, who's now deceased, I was really upset throughout the years, and the family dynamics, working all the time, responsibility, I guess, being too responsible.
Okay, so you had to take all responsibility?
Yes.
And at some point you thought your kids would just be responsible, right?
Right, which they're not.
And yeah, and how old are they?
38 and 33.
Okay, so we're just going to strengthen you to this. A lot of parents are saying this. I work at the Holistic Fair once a month. I do a lot of 3-card readings. It's free to get in. So I get a lot of people, that talk about this. And a lot of parents right now are saying exactly what you're saying, is that you thought, and this is the card, that you would have your freedom by now.
Right.
And so we're just going to strengthen you to that. This card is the declutter card. Is your life really cluttered right now? Like, do you have a lot of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is a number one weakness. I'm for a lot of people is this declutter energy. So we're going to strengthen you to like being able, if you declutter your physical environment, it allows your physical intelligence to become stronger. So this is for everybody out there. So we're going to strengthen. And the other card that I picked up is, this is the energy of leadership, of course. I love my cards. They are funny that way. So the leadership card is about, this card is about arrogance and confidence. So we're just going to strengthen. A lot of times with what happens when people when they have a lack of confidence, they appear arrogant. And so if I tune in to your former husband and the father of your children, is he?
I'm sorry?
Is he the father of your children?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you know that father figures card that came up for Eulith? It's also about, it's about being your own authority and recognizing, and this is something that a lot of people don't recognize, is that when you have to become your own authority and take responsibility, really all you're doing then is being able to respond instead of react emotionally. And so we're just going to get you strong that it's really coming up. Your central nervous system is scrambled. The stress and the anxiety from that, the anger, and what's coming up is all the accumulated experiences that you've been through. So we want to let those go. And we're just going to put you on automatic that every time you have a thought now of worry for your children, worry for yourself, worry for your future, that you're going to go strong into yourself, put some energy into your spine, and just breathe. How does that feel right now, number wise? What number are you at when you think about your bladder right now?
About a 4.
Yeah. So we're going to take that energy, and instead of putting the anger into your body and holding it there, what we're going to do is strengthen you. We have exit portals throughout our body through these meridians, and these exit portals, we can take the energy that's been imprinted in our physical body. See, if you only had a problem once with a certain person or a certain situation, or you only had to be the responsible one, half the time in a 50-50 relationship, you wouldn't have all this accumulated anger. And so anger is a karmic space, and it's a gift that just keeps on giving. There's righteous anger, which children need to understand what righteous anger is. And then there's also anger just for the sake of it that comes down the ancestral line. So would you say that your mom had a happy marriage?
No.
Yeah, so see, a lot of this is actually coming from her. So I'm just going to put this all for you into perspective, that the dizziness, all of these things, of course you want to, make sure that, on a physical level, I'm talking about energy here. And so we're just going to strengthen all the underlying causes that are causing the de-scrambling of your central nervous system, which is like the hard drive of your computer. So what number are you at now when you think about your whole life situation?
My whole life?
Yeah.
Probably a 7.
Okay, so that's come down from about 12,000. Like there. I didn't ask you about your whole life because it was off the scale. So thank you so much for calling in. We have several callers. Zach, where are we time-wise? I'm sorry, I'm on a different system here now because I was having technical issues with my other one.
We have 5 or so minutes before the next break.
Okay, cool. So we're going to just strengthen this for everyone listening in now, listening in later, and for you. And we're going to put you on automatic, that instead of going to that place of worry and concern, that you're just going to delete it. Delete. And just picture a light running up and down the core of your body, and just delete it. You don't need to know what it's about. Just let it go. That is the beauty of the surrender card, because the story, the accumulations of the story hold us in that story. And so we're going to strengthen you to have freedom. I suggest for anyone out there that is finding that they're feeling scrambled, dizzy, etc., check out your physical environment. And because every time we walk by something that maybe someone gave us or didn't give us, or we spent a bunch of money on and now it doesn't work, a tooth that we got fixed and now it's sore again, it brings back all of this energy. And so we want to strengthen you to be and everybody else listening after, to just delete it and go to your heart and allow the energy to come in. There's some beautiful energy out there right now that's very conducive towards calmness, towards strong careers, strong choices, as long as we get calm within ourselves and recognize that we know the answer. We know what the answer is inside of ourselves. And so thank you so much for calling in, Zach, and highlighting this for everyone listening. Zach, we have another caller. Who is this?
Yes, we have Susan from Niagara. Susan from Niagara, you are on The Truth is Funny.
Hi, Susan.
Hi. How are you?
Very good. Which side of Niagara are you on?
Close to half an hour from Niagara Falls.
Okay, so on Canadian or American soil?
Canadian.
Okay, that's the pretty side. I love Niagara Falls. It's beautiful. It's amazing. But the view from the Canadian side is a little bit prettier. So what can I do for you today?
I'm having problems with my jaw and my feet.
Okay. And so
it's really throwing me off balance.
Lots of jaw issues for a lot of people. And like I said, that comes from the pelvic floor. But I like to get a baseline from people on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being hair on fire, press the panic button, I'm freaking out, and 0 being, hey, I'm totally neutral to this, I know it's going to pass. Where are you on that scale?
Sometimes it's up to a 10, but today it's about a 5.
Okay. So do you feel caught in the middle of your life right now?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like you don't have, well, which side is there one side of the jaw that's bothering you more than the other?
It's the right side.
The right side? So this is your masculine energy moving forward, work, career, like that, got to get her done energy. Is there something that came up that you weren't expecting that now you have to deal with?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, so because it's coming up like the speed that the planet's traveling at, that your feet, it's like your feet don't want to really connect with the earth 100%. So there's a bit of a structural thing going on here. And it's very, very interesting. What's coming up also, what is your age?
57.
Okay, so what's going on for you too is like when you were a baby, do you know where you breastfed?
Where I breastfed?
Yeah, did your mom breastfeed you?
I'm not sure. Probably she did.
A lot of people were told back then not to breastfeed their children, that it was better to give them formula. So that's kind of coming up, and it changes the shape of the upper jaw and the connection from the lower. And when you have something going on in your jaw in its formative years, then you also have it happening in your pelvic floor, as I said, and also with the feet. We have to take a short break here. Would you be willing to hang on through the call, and I'll come back and I'll pick 3 cards for you?
Yes.
Or not pick the cards for you, check in with you and see where you're at number wise. Okay, so take a deep breath, and through the break, everybody, put some energy into your spine, and let's see if we can clear this energy up. This is Colette Marie Stefan. You're listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. We'll be right back after this short break.
You're watching TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Hi, this is Colette Marie Stefan. You're listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. We do have a caller on right now. We have Susan from Niagara Falls, Canada side. And we were talking to her regarding health issues that she has and just the state that her life is in. And we're seeing if we can move this energy so that it's more comfortable for you, Susan. Are you there? Okay, so did you, when I asked you to get in touch with, your life overall, and you said it was around a 7, and I said, oh, it's okay, because that was a 12,000. When you get in touch with that thought now, and you get in touch with your life and the possibility that this could all start shifting in a really good way for you, a lot of people have had a challenging 2019. So there's a lot of energy out there around challenges. But as I say, challenges are possibilities also that are in disguise as challenges. So I just wanted to just to ask you what number, if it's changed at all, or if it's the same, where are you at with a thought of your life? You were at a 7 when we got off the break.
About a 3.
Yeah, that's what I got. So what I'm strengthening for you is your perception around that.
Okay.
So, you know what's coming up for you is when things happen in 3s. People think, oh my God, things happen in 3s. And I love 3s. Nikola Tesla loves 3s. 369. Yes. There we go. See, I just shifted your perception a little bit. And so there we go. There we go. So, when you get in touch with this number now, did it move again?
I think so.
What number is I think so? Go to your heart.
I think it's gone.
I love it. Neutrality is awesome. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for sharing this with all of our community that's listening now and later, so that they can also enjoy this shift. and thank you for being so brave to call in. I just wanted to mention for those of you out there, I do have a telespa coming up next Thursday, and that's from 7 till 8. You can check it out on thetruthисfunny.com. People send in an issue, and what I'm working on is posture perfect, and that's going to be the theme of that call. And so posture perfect, I'm going to start at the feet and work on people all the way up and down their body to put people back into realignment. I have my teacher's certificate in psychosomatic therapy, and so I know quite a bit about the alignment of the body. And on an energetic level, those body parts can shift, and quite often do when I do these types of calls. So just to let you know that. Also, I wanted to tell everybody I'm going to be opening Illuminate along with the fabulous Elizabeth Beeds, the keynote speaker. That will be at the end of January, and we'll be at the booth there for 4 days actually. And there's also the Float Your Boat. If you're looking on hopping on board on this magnificent Capricorn energy, we'll be talking about Capricorn. That's on the 3rd Thursday. And I have seminars coming up. I'm just signing the contracts for the hotel. I have baby steps on March 8th and on May 9th. And then I will have a layer 1 on June 13th and 14th, a layer 2 on 20th and 21st. And I'm going to be having 2 more free shift live talks happening in Kelowna. So that will be on June 12th and September 19th. I know that's way in the future, but it seems like time's going so fast now. Let you all know so you can, mark it on your calendars. So thank you we're going to move to the next caller. We have a few minutes left. We've had, I think, Zach Julie waiting.
Yes, Julie from Ontario. You are live on The Truth is Funny.
Hello.
Hi, Julie from Ontario.
Hi.
How are you today?
Okay. Just I guess I'm kind of overwhelmed and would love some shifting.
Okay. So when you get in touch just with the fact that you are overwhelmed, what number are you at?
Sorry, you want a number?
Yeah, 10 being it's freaking me out, 0, I've got this.
Okay. Gosh, I don't know. I'm going to say 11.
Okay, that's.
I think it's changing, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about overwhelm. Like if something happens to you just once, or you only have one thing happening, like for myself personally, like in the last month, I let my cat go when the vet walked out of the house. My fridge and my dishwasher quit working. Then my car battery wouldn't start. Then I got a letter in the mail that it had been called. Then I broke my crown.
Oh my God, yeah, no, I have a series of things, and it's my legal stuff with my parents and a house falling apart. And so
that's what's coming up is things falling apart, right? And so, but those are just things. And so this is more like your life is changing in a big way, but not fast enough. That's the weakness coming up for you. So this is interesting. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm interested in someone, and it's like, it seems impossible. So that's the other thing.
Because it's not your parents, it's relationships in general, and the confusion around that. So this card is also about having balance. Libra is when you become mature enough that you would be willing to go to that point and get married, be mature, be responsible. The other card that I got, these make me laugh. I'm
fucking adulting. Anyway,
this is
really
deception.
fucking it.
Mm-hmm. So this is deception, right? And this card is not really about princesses kissing frogs. This is actually from my ceremony in Peru with the Sapo frog. And the Sapo frog is a very powerful individual. Teaches how to hunt at night, increases vision, a lot of really healing qualities. So we're going to send that your way. And the biggest deception is that there is a war between men and women. There's no war between men and women. Women and men both are in overwhelm right now. I talk to both, and I love that we are different because it gives us a different perspective. Plus, men are great. So, we're going to strengthen that for everybody right now, like for all the women out there and for the men, that women are, there's no war. No need to fight, no need to get invited to or participate in every argument that you are invited to. And so this is the other card that came up, which is not surprising in your situation. This is mother's worry. So, and this is coming from your mom and from you on some level. We're just going to strengthen your mom not to worry about you once she's gone, is what's coming up. And so we're going to strengthen that. We only have a minute left. I just want to check in you. Has your number changed?
I'm getting a 3 when I'm testing myself.
Okay, so we're going to strengthen again the perception here for you and for everyone. I know there's a lot going on. Take the overwhelm, break it down into teeny weeny pieces, and the smaller the little bits that you will be able to handle it as you break it down. It's never what you think it is. So we're going to strengthen this for you. Thank you for calling in. I want to thank Zach, and I want to thank Zach for producing the show. I want to thank all the audience out there and all the beautiful birthday wishes I got from people. Thank you so much. I enjoyed hearing from all of you and had a fabulous day and really appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Pat and your team, for giving us all the opportunity to have be able to share this information. We'll be back next Wednesday, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. Bye for now.